Okay, well, oh, I do this all the time. I make a video and then something's messed up and I remake it for the 50th time. So real quick though, I want to go through and show you how, whoever you may be, how I do my farm runs or my herb runs specifically. Um, if you're watching this, hopefully you're in the clan. I try and keep videos like this to mostly clan members. It's not rocket science. There's not like cheating or anything involved. There's nothing sketchy at all. And it's nothing that you wouldn't be able to figure out from just doing this a few hundred times. But um, keeping the knowledge closer to the clan kind of helps. And this is profit that when people are doing this efficiently, that you could lose because other people are profiting from these methods. So, anyways, just don't go sharing the video everywhere. Um, I don't keep my YouTube uh, on private, so you can see the video pretty much if you will look for it. But anyways, whatever. Moving on, going forward. Doing these farm runs, easiest thing to do is to start off with a preset. My preset contains these items. I'm just gonna reopen it. I just finished a partial run making another video, but this is what we're working with. We're gonna have seeds for whatever we're doing. 6 seeds, one bloodweed seed. I keep them far from each other because I don't want to accidentally plant my quorum in my wilderness patch. Even though I have them far from each other, I still do that. So I don't know if you need to keep them separate mentally, but if you're going quick, you have 6 minutes to do this, so you kind of are under a rush. Sometimes you don't think straight. So those little things are helpful to make sure you don't mess up. Down here I have mushroom spore seeds. Oh my gosh. I have cactus spine seed, but I don't use that anymore. So I'm gonna resave this without it. There's two cactus patches that are easily accessible. Oh, I mean roughly. One is in Alcarid. Um, wow. Why is it's like I don't have a lot of my all my quick links, so everything's like weird. Here's one cactus patch, and then the other one is right there. But I stopped doing those because it's like 6K for each one. It's just not really worth it. Um, yeah, it's just not really worth it. So I stopped doing those. So I took them off. Mushroom patches. I usually start with my mushroom patches. I'll usually teleport to Canifis, puts you right here, and then I'll run through town and go to this patch first. I'm not gonna do it because it's actually gonna take less time to just show you right here than it would to go do it. And then from here, I teleport to Tranwin. Tranwin's mushroom patch is right here. You end up at the lodestone right there. You have to go through the forest to your west and down here. Here I will always ultra compost these mushrooms. One, because I swear this poison waste makes these disease more often. I've never had such bad luck with diseased spots than with this spot. So I will always ultra compost it, and plus it's always worth it with mushrooms. The Canifis patch, I don't compost that ever because it won't die, so I just don't worry about it. Um, and then so the first thing that we're gonna do is where did it go? There we go. Here's the route. We're gonna go to Trollheim, which I have a teleport on my action bar for. My action bars are a little wonky. And then these four, these four over here, are the meat of our run. These are the freebies, the free herb patches. Trollheim has a quest to get to it. It's like My Arm's Big Adventure or something. Um, Prif, obviously, Plague's End, Wilderness. I don't know, it's just the Wilderness. But these four, they can be interchanged how you do them no matter what. But you should always start with Trollheim and always end with the Wilderness. And then I end with Prif because there you can potentially bank all your stuff and then teleport to the Wilderness. I don't personally do it. I've done it before, but I'm just too lazy and I'm too risky, so I don't do it. But if you're not a high risk person, then bank all your stuff at Prif and go to the wilderness. So what this looks like, I'm gonna do this on quick charges. Um, I don't usually do my run on quick charges. If you do it on quick charges, you can usually get a run done in 3 minutes or less. If you don't do quick charges, then it's gonna be 5 minutes. Anywhere from 4 to 5, 6 if you have terrible luck. But um, I've never run out of a juju unless I sat there talking for a while. You shouldn't have issues with it. So starting off, make sure I have everything. We go to troll. This is the run. This is the run. Usually, and okay, from standing right here, see the mark right there. I'm just gonna click right there on the map. And if I have my guy run, he's gonna run the whole way. And so when you first start doing these runs, this spot is where I kind of get myself mentally focused because until you've done this run a few hundred times or really 100 times or so, is how long it took me to really get comfortable. Like, oh shoot, sorry. Um, anyways, until you really get comfortable, this is the time that you can use to kind of think about what your route is. So anywhere from this tier or this tier, you can basically click cave entrance and it'll run the rest of the way. But the reason why I said this is like my mental preparation part is because click the ladder, gets you there faster. Same thing, just kind of auto goes. You could surge here, really not worth it. But you can use the agility shortcuts there and save a little bit of time, but it's just, again, it's just not worth it. I just like to AFK the run. It's like a 20-second difference probably. We're not being timed yet, so just kind of take your time. Um, from the leprechaun, grab 5 to 6 composts. You're gonna need 6 total, but I usually grab 5 to save space in my inventory. Um, stand right here, turn on your green fingers aura if you have it, drink your juju, and then start picking. Pick always compost first and then you seed. If you seed and then you wait like 2 seconds too long, sometimes the game can go through a growth cycle and you won't be able to compost anymore. So compost first, then seed. From here, following this order, I usually can go to Catherby or Ardune and then Canifis Valley. The reason why I have them separated this way is because Canifis and Falador are quick items, and Catherby and Ardune are not. So we're gonna go to. Oh, I almost went to Alcarid. Go to Ardune. And again, you don't need to quick teleport for this. It is really nice, but it's gonna cost you like 36k a run, which is 5% of your profit, generally speaking. Oh, and I didn't surge. Always try and surge through here, especially in Falador because it's a long loading time. Pick compost seed. Um, Catherby. Make sure you're just like really using your surges. It just kind of really helps shave time off. I always try to surge here, but because this terrain is so weird, it never works. I try it all the time and it never works. And I'd always try it to hope, but it never works. Pick compost seed, and now we're going to use our quick teleport items. Um, this is a great place to surge. I'm not going to, okay, I'll do it anyways. Just surge right over here, pick compost seed. The reason why I wasn't going to surge is because I always surge early on this section. I always will walk out here, and as soon as he turns, I surge. But I'm not going to because I can still surge right here too. It's cool. In case you're really lazy and not paying attention. Surge it. Pick compost seed. And then if you have your attuned crystal teleport seed, you can go straight to Crywis. And then just step over here. This is not worth a surge. Pick compost seed, and then if you're going to go to the wilderness, dump all your stuff. Again, I think I said this earlier. I don't do this. but you can do it if you feel like you're afraid of dying. Just dump everything. You could just dump everything, then just grab your sword back. It's totally the thing, but okay. Now I have no chance of losing anything. If I die, I keep this. So cool. So now I operate 1, 1, space 1. Takes me to the herb patch. Pick compost seed. So if you got 5 compost at the beginning, then you have to grab a compost at Prif. And I usually also grab my compost for this patch when I do that. If not, grab it from the leprechaun here. Pick compost seed, get out of there. As soon as he hits a diagonal, you got to get surge line for this. Basically, at the herb patch, you should never be in the wilderness for longer than a minute. If you have wilderness sword, I think 2 or above, I think it's 2 or above, you can activate this. I think 3 or above will keep um, the herb patch clean. So just again to go through my loadout, because I think I skipped through it on this version of the video. Steam Battle Staff is for fire runes for my teleport, 2 law runes for my teleport, farming outfit, farming cape, it's amazing. Dwarves, grace, crystal teleport seed for my Priv teleport, Ectophile, Explorer's Ring 3 or 4 will work. Wilderness Sword 1 will get you your teleport, but it doesn't really have any fun perks. Juju 1, 6 Quorum, 2 Mushrooms, 1 Bloodweed. And again, I think I said this, keep these far from each other so you don't mess it up. Probably the last thing is you don't need any of these items. You could legit just do a run with basically this. No quick teleports at all. Basically, you're just going to teleport to Trollheim. I wouldn't do this if you didn't have Trollheim teleport. It's just not worth it. And I don't, well, to have the patch, you'll have Trollheim teleport anyways. So that's not the thing. But you could do the run with this. You could easily do it within 6 minutes without these teleports. If you don't have the Explorer's Ring 3 or 4 above, the closest lodestone is right here. You could also do the Clan Vex to get here. But as you can see, this is a little further than going here. If you have Artisan's Workshop, the smithing helmet, I think, gets you here. Also not as close. The Drainer one, you can just click from here, click this part of the map right there, and it'll run all the way around. But the Vex, actually, with that much time taken, is pretty close. For the Ectophile puts you here, and you just run there. You can easily run from the lodestone to run there. Not much of a time saver, the Ecto, to be honest. But the Surge is a lot cleaner. You have this patch and this patch that you can Surge. When you run from the lodestone, you only have a couple really narrow areas you can Surge. And if you mess them up, it slows you down a lot. Um, so that's why they're nice, but they're not a necessity. You don't need them. Look at this pretty man. Wow, I just got super distracted. Um, but look at this guy though. His fashion scape is amazing. Anyways, so that's my loadout. There's a million different ways to do this, but again, you can kind of make it whatever you want. You can change this up however you want, but my only suggestion is that this and this stays the same and Prif most likely. These 4 change however you want. Um, I bunch them in this way to help me remember my route, but you do what you want. That's the basics.